And then I got to the top of the stairs and I'm like, okay, this is an earthquake. And it started, as you're saying, shaking.
Yeah.
Getting stronger and stronger. And
Yeah.
I was just like in the doorway like this. Like, what am I doing?
Holding up the house.
Holding up the house. Like, what should I be doing right now?
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to another earth-shaking episode. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
And today, everyone, we're going to be talking about earthquakes.
Oh no!
Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for joining us today. And hopefully there's no earthquakes that have been happening recently. Because guess what? We're coming up to the anniversary of the Great East Japan earthquake that hit March 11th, 2011. Very, very tragic natural disaster that happened in Japan. And it is something that has scared everybody and continues to scare the nation. Big earthquake after big earthquake. And we decided we want to talk about this, not only because, you know, the anniversary of this big earthquake is coming upon us, but also for the fact that from our time recording this right now, it was only a few days ago when there was another big earthquake that rattled that same area. On February 14th at 11 p.m., there was a big earthquake that hit. And this scared everybody. It hit the same area as it did up in Fukushima, and the professionals are saying that it was actually an aftershock of the 2011 earthquake, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, so long ago.
It's like,
but there's still aftershocks.
I would just consider that another earthquake.
Yeah.
Or then aren't all earthquakes aftershocks then?
I guess so.
After the first earthquake,
right?
They're all aftershocks.
But maybe because it hit in the same area, or the same spot. I don't know.
But in any case, it shook everyone. It was scary. I personally was about to go to bed. I was looking at my phone, which I shouldn't have been doing because I'm going to go to bed.
Right.
But I was looking at my phone and I had all the lights out. So I was about to go to bed.
Okay.
Seriously, like there's a few minutes.
Sleep
I'm going
mode.
to turn this off in 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, whoop, whoop. Jishin desu. Whoop, whoop. Jishin desu. And I was like, whoa! It freaked me out so much. And then seriously, within like 2 seconds, everything started shaking. I was in my kitchen, so I heard like the glasses going and stuff. And then the scary part was that the shaking got stronger. And if anyone remembered the big earthquake, which probably everyone does, because I certainly do, that's how it was. It started like just a little jolt shake and was like, oh wow, it's kind of strong. And then it continued shaking. And the shaking got stronger and more violent. And that's when everyone was like, whoa, this is kind of serious.
Right.
And so I kind of felt that. It was scary. Almost didn't know what to do because just that sound, just that whoop whoop, that scared me so much.
It makes the hairs on your neck and your arms stand up.
It really does.
It does. But in my situation, for some reason, that sound only comes on randomly. I never get it.
No.
Like I don't know if I have the setting turned off or if it's just an error on my phone or something.
So
but
I've heard that it's only if it's stronger than like a 5 or a 6 that you'll get the message.
That's why.
Because they don't want to freak everyone out. I think before they had it set to like whenever there was an earthquake. But now they're just like, okay,
5
if it's
6.
A mild to strong earthquake, we'll give you the alarm.
I see.
I remember back before, like when the big earthquake happened in 2011. And then they implemented that system of all your smart devices, smartphones getting this alarm, or even just normal, like old flip phones, those garakes, because there was so many aftershocks after that big earthquake.
It was just ringing.
It was so scary to be in the office. And then all of a sudden, everyone's phones are going off.
Ring, ring.
Yeah.
Ring.
Yeah, the old one. Bring, bring. Bring, bring. It sounds like... But I kind of like that one over the
new one.
Yeah. That one sounds like I'm
Red
in a
Alert.
submarine that's about to go down.
Coming.
Yeah. It is a good system to keep everyone
for sure.
On their toes. So that's when you know, like, okay, it's going to be a big one if you get that alarm. And then it turned me to think about, what should I do? Like, I know people say, like, okay, get under the table or like get outside, get away from things that could fall down in your house that might topple down
over
and hit you. Be careful of broken glass and stuff. But We're so not used to it.
It's the instinct.
We didn't grow up with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Where people in Japan do.
Right. And they have training at schools and in the office. And
yeah.
For earthquakes.
Right. So maybe it's more natural to be like, okay, I kind of know what to do.
Right.
But maybe at the same time, it's kind of bad because you feel like, oh, whatever, it's just another earthquake. I'm just going to go to sleep.
Right.
But yeah, it kind of scared me into being like, what is my plan?
Yeah.
If a big earthquake happens.
Right.
Do I run outside? I know, like, open up the doors. So if a big earthquake does happen and it like moves your foundation and you can't open a door,
right,
then you're stuck. So I know, okay, like open up your doors, or some people say windows too.
Right.
So, okay, like I'd open up the doors and get ready to go.
But then what?
What?
Or what before? What do you get ready? How? What is your line?
I'm so unsure. What do you have anything?
I'm totally unprepared. Honestly, as you said, it's not in my normal, way of thinking, my mindset.
Yeah, we're not trained.
We're not trained in it.
For this.
And even 2011 when it happened.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to not have had the same experience as MJ because I was in Osaka.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get the shakes
as
badly. It did feel strange.
Right.
Like the air was moving weirdly and I was like, oh, I don't feel so good.
Whoa.
And then I looked on the news and saw everything that was happening and I was like, wow, that is crazy.
You didn't feel good? You have some like sixth sense?
No, it was just I don't know, spider sense. It was weird though. It was like it felt like there was an earthquake, but there was no shaking.
You got shaking in Osaka? No?
We didn't get shaking.
At all?
At all. I mean, not where I was living, or maybe there was, but
it was very small.
In my apartment, I was in my apartment and I felt like there was an earthquake happening.
You're like, whoa.
And I had
is that my stomach? Maybe I didn't eat lunch.
Exactly. That's what I did. And I was eating lunch. I was like, oh man, I feel lightheaded or something's wrong. I had two things on the wall that would generally swing if there was an earthquake.
Oh yeah, you kind of checked that. They were just
stable, still. No movement at all.
Not bad.
Like, okay, no earthquake, but I feel weird. Am I sick or something? Then I got a text from my friend like, yo, there's a huge earthquake in Fukushima. Check out the news. And then I saw all the news that was happening. So nowadays, when I'm in Tokyo, in Kanto area, and I feel this earthquake, I'm just like, oh man, like
it's scary. What do you do?
What do I do? Even the most recent one.
Yeah.
I was standing in the doorway after coming up the stairs. And oh wow, like something's weird.
As the shaking was happening?
Before the shaking was happening.
That's Spidey sense.
Maybe I'm like a part dog or something, or part animal.
Yeah, I hear animals.
I was walking up the stairs. I'm like, whoa, like this doesn't feel right. Something's off.
You had your pants on backwards.
Or like my socks were flipped inside out or something. And I was just like, this is weird. Something's weird. And then I got to the top of the stairs and I'm like, okay, this is an earthquake. And it started, as you're saying, shaking.
Yeah.
Getting stronger and stronger. And I was just like in the doorway like this. Like, what am I doing?
Holding up
the house. Like, what should I be doing right now?
Yeah.
Then you check on SNS and you see friends and family members who are there and they're talking about like, I'm glad I had my emergency box ready by the door and stuff that. And I'm just like, I have none of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get something like that.
Yeah. I do have a little like bag that's like emergency bag that has like flashlight and like a bottle of water and some like radio type thing.
Yeah.
So somewhat prepared.
Okay.
But overall, it's like, that can be questionable. So the one that I hear in Japan is, get under a table.
Right.
Because it's going to help protect you from things that are
falling over, right?
Like, how much was that table?
How strong is that table?
Did you get that for like, I don't know.
Is that oak or IKEA?
Yes, that IKEA one.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's a little concerning. Or I'm like, I just envision like the whole house collapsing.
That's like, my vision.
I want to get out of the house.
Right.
Not stay stuck
pretty
under a table.
Yeah.
But that's like, it's got to be real bad if the house is going to come down.
It's going to collapse.
But then I've also heard, even before coming to Japan, in South America, there is some fault lines along the ocean over there. Yeah. And there are earthquakes that happen. So I've experienced earthquakes in South America when I was little. And I remember being like kind of freaked out. And I heard from the people there that they say the strongest part of your house is the door frame. Exactly where you were.
They say.
Exactly. Because it like kind of makes sense.
I guess in a way, yes. True, right.
So I'm like, okay. So if there's an earthquake, get to a door frame. But then I hear other people be like, go to the bathroom, like the
in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna do anything. But I guess there's nothing around you, no furniture that should fall down on you.
True.
So is that why you're safe there?
Mm-hmm.
So I never know which one to do. I always feel just like get outside,
right,
and look out for like telephone poles that are gonna fall down.
Telephone poles,
yeah,
which are dangerous if they have live electric wires.
Right,
and maybe that's the reason why we get power outages, because you don't want to have telephone poles falling down and the electricity is still running. That's how they fall down. And then people are outside.
Yeah.
With everything happening. It's a scary experience.
Exactly. The whole thing is very scary.
Right? I only experienced it after coming to Japan, which was another thing. Like, I've never experienced an earthquake in Canada or anywhere else I've been to in the world. Not many places, but still.
Yeah.
Like, it's always scary for me. Although I've been getting used to them more and more. But every once in a while, there's ones that really shake and you're just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Is this it? Is this the one that they're talking about?
The big Kanto one.
Right? The huge Kanto one that everyone's expecting, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Scary.
It's so
People
scary.
Say like it's gonna erupt Fuji.
Yeah. Like that's crazy. I don't want to be here when that happens. Standing in my doorway.
What about Fuji Safari Park? Yeah. What about all the animals?
Exactly.
You're not just going to release the
animals. I mean, they'll probably escape. They'll probably just be like me and be like, oh,
leave them there.
Something's wrong. Guys, I think we should make our break right now.
It's a scary thing. And I think everyone, even in Japan, even though you're trained to deal with it, even though the people know what to expect, know what to do, it's still scary for everybody because a lot of bad things can happen. The only thing that I can say that's good is that because there are so many earthquakes that hit Japan, everyone is more prepared for it.
True.
And the houses and buildings are built to withstand earthquakes.
Up to a certain degree.
Exactly.
Which is pretty strong.
Many times. Exactly. It's still a lot. Like you see some of those commercials talking about, hey, build a new house and it can withstand like
9 Gs.
However many,
6,
they're like
Gs.
50 like magnitude 7 earthquakes. It's like, wow, that's a lot. And you see like the frame of the house. Of course, they just show the frame because everything inside is probably really messed up.
Right.
But at least they show the frame and like it's still there. So that's the big thing. Where I look at America when some people say like California is going to get hit sometime and it's going to be bad. Why? Because California doesn't have so many earthquakes.
Right.
There's a lot of old buildings that were made that aren't ready to withstand earthquakes.
Right.
So as scary as it is, being a part, experiencing these earthquakes, this is like the safest place you could be.
Pretty much. I think about that too.
Yeah.
And I know in Canada, when there are earthquakes, there have been tremors in the past of like magnitude 2 or maybe 1.
Baby talk.
Yeah. As poor and petty as this sounds, like it sounds like snow in Japan. When they say it snowed in Tokyo, I'm like, psh, this isn't snow. Nothing. But in Canada, of course, a magnitude 2 or 1
is a big deal.
Is a big deal because the buildings aren't made to handle these earthquakes.
Yes.
Of any magnitude.
Yeah.
So it must be even more scary because they can fall down.
Well, everyone, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Yeah. Hopefully we didn't scare you too much. Hopefully you have prepped everything you need to. Let us know in the comments down below. What is something that me and Adam can prep? What is something Adam can prep? He's got nothing.
Right away, yeah. I got nothing. I have some flashlights. They're not in boxes or anything like that.
Tell us where you go when there is an earthquake. Yeah. What have you been trained at? What do you think is the best place to hide? Where's the best place to go? Let us know in the comments down below. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button. And hey, do you want a podcast? We want to provide that for you, but we need a little favor from everyone. We would like to gather 1,000 members in our YouTube membership section, our area, where you can help support us. We get 1,000 people to support us there. Then we will start up a podcast where everyone can enjoy. And hey, there's also some perks that you get for joining, like being a part of special live streams just for those people who are supporting and having special videos focused just on the topic that you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. Check it out if you would like.
And of course, if you want to get in touch with us or contact us, we have other SNS channels. We have TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and where we spend most of our time is Instagram. So definitely follow us there as well.
We'll see you on the next step.